All right, Coach West here with you again. In this week's newsletter, we're going to work on ball screen development. Recently got back from the Final Four, and one of the things that pro coaches and the agents were talking about for kids coming from college to the pros is that they need to learn how to play off ball screens. Ball screens are essential and fundamental at any level, whether it be middle school, high school, college. So in this week's newsletter, we're going to teach you and train how to develop the ball screen. So here with me, I got Bree Dawkins, and the first thing we like to do in developing the ball screen is to train the handles. So we teach 3 basic handles in training the ball screens. We teach crossover, we teach between the legs, we teach behind the back. Today we're going to use a simple cone drill, basic fundamental cone drills to train those things. So first thing that Bree is going to do, she's going to do crossover single. Then when she comes back, she's going to do between the legs double, and then when she goes back again, she's going to do behind the back 3 times. So those are the ways that we like to train the handles of a ball screen. Here we go. Good. There you go. Good. Now she's going to go double between the legs. Here we go. The next part in training ball screen development, first we train the handle, now we're going to train the movement. The movement is important because every time on a ball screen, you need to take your man below the screen to set up the screen, to come off the screen, to create space so that you can get around a defender and make that defender make a decision. So we have 3 ways of training movement. We use a jam dribble, which you'll see, a half turn, and a spin. Okay, Bree's going to demonstrate the jam dribble first. Here we go, Bree. Jam dribble. Jam dribble, good. Here goes, lace it up. All right, now she's going to do half turn. Here we go, Bree, half turn. Good. Half turn around the chair. She goes finish. Now she's going to spin. On this spin is a half turn, but she's going to drop the ball and take off and put it out in front of her and attack the rim. The last part of ball screen development is training the game situations. First, we train the handles so the players could get around the screen. Then we train the movement to set up the screen. Now we're going to train the game situations. Now, remember, before every ball screen situation and in every ball screen situation, you have to set the screen up. So the ball handler has to take their defender below the screen. Once they take their defender below the screen, they need to change directions, always go over the top. They have an over-the-top mentality. Go over the top until you can't go over the top no more. All right, so first we're going to do is go over the top. So we have over the top. Take the man below the screen, goes, come up, pull up, there we go. The next situation after over the top is reject the screen. So you, as I said before, everything good happens when you have an over-the-top mentality. Over the top is your primary move, your base move. In this situation though, I'm going to jump. I'm going to be her defender. I'm going to jump her so she can't get over the top. Okay? Now she's going to reject the screen. But the same thing has to occur. She has to take her man below the screen to set up the defender, and then she's going to attack and react based on how the defender plays. Here we go. Reject the screen. So here we go. She goes below. I go over the top. She rejects the screen. Finish. The last ball screening situation that we're going to cover is the splitting the hedge, all right? So first thing we covered was you go over the top. That's your mentality that you got to have. You go over the top until you can't go over the top no more. Once you can't go over the top, you reject the screen. But you still have to set up your defender to reject the screen so that you make that defender jump. Now what we're going to do is we're attacking the post defender, because in ball screening situations, you set ball screens to make the defense make decisions. So in this decision, the post defender hedges too hard, and hedging too hard creates a gap. So we're going to split that gap. Bree goes below the screen, comes off, goes over, splits, pulls up. There we go. So that's how you train the ball screen. Very simple. You have 3 handles that we use to train it. crossover, between the legs, behind the back. We have 3 movements that we use to train it: jam, dribble, half turn, spin. And then 3 situations that you use. You always go over the top until you can't go over the top no more. Then you reject the screen. And then if you go over the top and the post defender hedges extra hard, you split the screen. That's how you play off a ball screen.